4 years ago, in 1827, the Reverend Robert Barrow came down from Tennessee, down the Natchez Trace, got the boat from Natchez, came down here, came out and formed this parish. And he started a church right behind this church. It's a frame church. But he never completed that because he died. His health failed, and he died. And the church fell into disrepair, and the parish did. 5 years later, a new rector from Schenectady, New York, the Reverend Daniel Lewis, came down. And Reverend Lewis completed the frame church that is behind there, and within 20 years, the parish had grown so it outgrew the church. And in 1858, the cornerstone was laid here by the Bishop of Louisiana. At that time, it was Bishop Leonidas Polk. Some of you Civil War historians might remember the fighting Bishop of Louisiana. But anyway, he laid the cornerstone for this church, and then 2 years later, on Easter Sunday, 1860, he consecrated this church. Then we all know what happened in 1861. And in 1863, Union gunboats shelled St. Francisville. This parish church was damaged. Not destroyed, but damaged. But because of the troubles and Civil War, we could not rebuild this church. And it took 20 years before they were able to rebuild and repair the damage done from that Union gunboat. But in 1883, the new church was reconsecrated, and it's been here ever since. Now, I'll tell you a little history from personal. My wife is from East Feliciana Parish. She and I were married in October of 1957. Christmas Eve service. We were in this church in 1957, out 2 rows from the back. I remember exactly where it was. And 14 years later, we came back to St. Francisville in 1997, and now we are back here in this church. And it means a lot to my wife and myself. And I would like to say about these trees. These trees are 156 years old, and these oak trees. And the cemetery, as you know, is a historic. And Louisiana Life, the magazine, I don't know if you know of that, said that the best place to be buried in the state of Louisiana is Grace Cemetery. So anyway, and I hope you have a good tour tonight, and thank you for coming.